As Mulder is in, he bowls, and there's a big hit down the ground. He's got enough on it. The fielders are in. It's 6. Just bounced over the boundary rope by a few inches. And it was maybe he's trying to heave it over towards the leg side. In comes Mulder. Oh, and he's hit it in the air and caught. Short, fine leg. The trap works nicely. They were trying to bowl straight at Bohannon. Looking for that Midland leg stump line. He just tried to clip it round off his ankles. So as Mulder is into him and he flashes this, and that's a lovely shot. Textbook cut off the back foot, and it races away for 4 runs. Just a little bit too much width from Mulder, and Jennings lent into that rather nicely and gets 4 runs. So
in he comes. Bowls. Bowled him! Jennings absolutely beaten to the wide by that one, looking initially to stroke it away, seemed almost to lose the flight somehow. Hull is a very tall man and is not a very tall sight screen on that side of the ground.
On the ground, it's a pretty orthodox delivery, still a decent one, decent line and length, decent pace, but Jennings looked like it was a grubber.
Another very tall left-hander comes in and bowls to him on off stump, played on the back foot out through the offside 2.44. Swindles dived to his left, and I thought he might have stopped that, Harry Swindles, but New Zealander with a left armer coming over the wicket and bowled him. Middle stump is out of the ground. Hull has done it again. That one did swing a little bit as well, and it was on his back foot, Bruce, and he was beaten to the wide for the second time.
On the way home from Durham, weren't we, in the car, and you read me the quotes from the Durham head coach about Josh Hull.
Slope he comes. Hurst steps across his crease, pulls in the air over mid wicket again. Didn't quite get it all, but he's going to get 4 for it.
From the pavilion end, he's up to the wicket. He bowls, and this is turned around the corner. It's over the head of the fielder. Out there at deep backward square leg now, and maybe being hypercritical. The fielder out there had come off the boundary rope. The back 10 ones are so difficult to judge though as a fielder. As Mike is in, and there's a different shot this time, and a slightly different result. Going to have to tighten things up for the remainder of the over. He's in now, bowls a Yorker. Down the pitch comes Wells and gets 4. He's in now, he's past the umpire. He bowls down the pitch, comes Hurst and hits him for 4. That's going to be a 2-3 bounce for Hurst. Turns this round the corner, he's going to get 4 for that as well. Behind square on the leg side. Pull.
Mulder very upright as he runs in and bowls, and he's smashed over long on for 6. Well, Hurst sort of second-guessed Mulder there, really. Did take half a step down.
And it's the left-handed Wells who now awaits Goldsworthy. Down the pitch he comes, left-handed, hit in the air for 6. Crunches in for the advertising hoardings. Good shot to finish the over, just relieves the pressure.
Ahmed in again to Hurst, who goes back and pulls the short ball out to mid-wicket for 4.
Someone else with a burger as Goldsworthy's in. Down the pitch comes Wells. This is a catching opportunity. Swindles takes it. Tossed up, floated up, the tempter from Goldsworthy, and they've fallen into the trap, chipped up into the air, and Swindles makes no mistake.
We'll just put something of a check on the scoring rate, but in comes George Balderson. Mentioned him earlier, all-rounder.
His first ball of this evening, in he comes, oh, and he's bowled him! Slightly strangling Lancashire.
Ahmed is in, driven in the air, but wide of the reaching Mike, out to extra cover for 4. Nice shot. In goes Hull and bowls to Croft, outside off stump, cut away very nicely by Croft, just used the bowls to Croft again, who goes back, and again he's working it down to the same place, and again the result is exactly the same. Hull is in and bowls very wide, carved out for 6 by Croft. Well, again Croft taking full advantage of Hull's inexperience there. Hull has gone for plenty of runs. In he goes and bowls to Croft. Slow bouncer that's pulled around the corner for 4 more.
They are as Goldsworthy returns. As Goldsworthy bowls a long hop and is whacked for 6. A delivery that crashes into the Geary bar. In he comes, he bowls, hit high up in the air. Now this is a catching opportunity. Down to long off, it's taken by Currie. Currie runs in towards us, he bowls, is hit on the pad, appeal for leg before wicket, and the finger is raised. The 7th wicket goes.
Number 18, hit down into the ground. If that throws any good, he's surely run out. He is run out.
the penultimate over. He's up to the wicket, he bowls, that's driven down the ground, and it's 6. Great shot that from Green, fantastic pickup. It was in the slot to be hit, but he had to execute it, and even if a fielder had been stood on the boundary rope, crouches as he awaits for Currie. He goes for a big hit high up in the air. Goldsworthy should take this at cover, and does. Away from us, and the scoop is attempted. It's a slower ball. Oh, what a catch from Hull! What a catch! The scoop from Mahmood, trying to play it over the top of short fine leg, and there was Hull. If you were 6'4", you wouldn't have taken that catch. And they have put Lightning on the back foot. 162 all out then. Leicestershire need 163 to win. This will be a bit of a shock, I have to say, with the lead. Gets a 2-year contract off the back of it. It's Patel who's facing though. He tries to heave it and gets 4. Trying to find that region. They are
here at the Uptonsteel County Ground. Long shadows, of course, as Wood goes in and bowls. Patel is this appeal for leg before against him. Complete confusion. The throw misses. The throw hits second time, and Swindles goes. Well, they both batsmen were in the middle of the pitch at one stage. The throw came in. The throw missed, so Swindles kept going and took his chances. Finishes over, is in, bowls to the Australian. It goes through, it swings past Hurst as well. Behind.
Slightly nicer complexion on things. In comes Mahmood. Down the pitch goes Patel. It's a great shot, and it's a 2-bounce 4 as it crashes over the boundary rope down the ground. He was onto that quickly. He's been looking for that big hit. In comes Mahmood. He's in. The scoop attempted, and he's going to get it over the head. It goes very fine for 4 runs. 2 more. And down the pitch goes Patel. That's more like it. That's 6. Oh, dear me, that's taken a big chunk out of the side screen. You probably heard it on our effects microphone right in front of us. Take a big chunk out of it. He's a tall man, and he comes now. And Patel goes for the heave over deep mid wicket. The man is out there and drops it over the boundary rope. Fantastic effort from Bohannon. And he'll probably get a little bit of stick for that, but he was inches from the boundary rope, had to take it one-handed, and in comes Blatherwick's a half volley, crunched down the ground. There's that extra boundary. Straight as a dart from Rishi Patel. In comes Blatherwick, and he's hit it straight to backward point. Patel sinks to his knees. It was a slower bouncer, and Blatherwick has outwitted him. Patel just rocked on his back on his heels, cut it to backward point, and it was a dolly to him.
Just has to become accustomed. In goes Green, driven by Hanscom, beautifully placed actually by the Australian, out to the extra cover boundary.
He's up to the wicket, he bowls, and that's pulled round the corner. It's going to find the gap. 1-bounce 4. Teammates, he runs away from us, he bowls, and it's hit down the ground. That's not been connected with, but it doesn't matter because there's a fielder on the there's a fielder who's in at mid-off. 4 runs to Hanscom.
82 after this delivery as Wells is in. Hanscom goes back and works it out towards deep mid-wicket for 4 now.
Awaits as Balderson is in. A big heave from Hanscom. He's not got hold of it. This is going to be caught at deep mid-wicket. Kimber faces and goes for the big hit. Has he got all of that? You bet he has. 6 runs down the ground. That's a massive one from Kimber. It takes Leicestershire. 126, he's gone in the 20s plenty of times. In he comes, big hit. He hasn't got hold of that one. He's going to be caught long on. Wood takes it in. And
Wells is in. Ahmed goes back and is bowled. Tried to pull it into the middle of next week. Wells is in. Mike does swing and he's bowled as well. So there we go. He went swinging across the line.
Waiting. He's up to the wicket and bowls. That's hit high up in the air. And they might get away with this. Actually, no, it's a comfortable catch down at a very fine leg. And there's the 9th wicket to fall for Leicestershire. Goldsworthy just trying to force the issue. As I say, Richard, the first time that we've seen him. And he top edges that. And is that going to be caught? No. He's going to get a 4 for it. In he comes and bowls to Hull. That's a lovely shot. What a glorious.
Green is in. Currie goes back, pulls in the air and is dropped at mid-wicket. The first real flaw, the first real error out there in the Lancashire fielding. It looked reasonably straightforward. I think it's Jennings out there. Just both sides in the circumstances. Green is in. Hull steps back and drives it square on the offside for 1. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is that. Hull finishes 12 not out. Leicestershire finish on 137.